I have made a similar video about fakes in CSGO years ago, but since the game has tiny bit changed, it's time to go over some of the fake moves with fresher examples. We're gonna start with a fall down fake. You can do that by just jumping and making a sound close to a place that you would usually drop down from, plus 10 weight if someone peeks you because of that. Also, you can try to drop something down, for example your pistol, to make enemy think that you're on the ground but you're actually just waiting for their peek from the balcony. And of course, there are certain spots where you can really drop down and then quickly climb back up. For example, Mirage Window is a place where you could fake with dropping sound itself, but you don't need to drop on the ground. You can just drop on the edge and quickly silently climb back to window. This is what one of the best players in the world, Simple, likes to use here pretty often. Also, it works kinda vice versa. When enemies spot you at heaven or nuke, they know they'll be hearing your dropping down sound before you can really be on the ground, but there's a chance to get down there completely silently. Just like that. The key here is to land at the very top of the door and then slow yourself down by strafing. I can tell you it's very hard to do it consistently, but keep in mind that's a possibility. You can also try to mask your dropping down sounds with gunshots, but if you do it yourself, then they should still understand that those shots are coming from the ground level. Next up, fake defuse. Pretty obvious, tap the bomb and get off from it. It's very important that you don't do any sounds that you can't produce while defusing. Some people, even in higher matchmaking ranks, tend to step after a fake defuse. It'll simply ruin your fake. What you can do, for example, is to zoom with your weapon. Since you can do it while defusing as well, then throw a nade. You can do it with a left click throw when you hold your left click down before starting to defuse. Otherwise, you can just right click your nades, but it's still better than nothing. Here's a secret trick for you, my friend. If you hold right click nade while defusing, but now start holding left click and release the left click, this is how you can still throw left click grenades even while defusing. Simple as that. Also, you can drop your weapon and switch the gun mode, so more than one opportunity to either fake defuse or fake that you're not defusing. Alright, many people have asked me what to do with decoy. Decoy is the best grenade for the fake flash. Make sure you don't peek too early or too late and you might catch your enemy facing with you with your back turned. Obviously, you can try to fake flash with a smoke as well. Nade or Molotov aren't that good because of their shape and sound, but what could work out is your weapon. Even on a pro level, people have managed to successfully fake flash with their pistol, for example. Just if you do it with your weapon, then peek even quicker, since when you give them too long to react, they can see that the shape doesn't belong to a flashbang. We're gonna continue with fake reload. You can obviously do that at any time when you have less than full magazine and then quick switch. But in my opinion, it's the best when you do it when you have another weapon close by, since now people can hear you shooting your last bullets. This could be extra effective. Go empty one magazine and then when you start reloading, quickly pick up another gun. If enemy is nearby, they usually want to push you to catch you off guard, but you have full temp. Easy as that. Here's Nico's example where he was almost out of bullets, only 3 remaining, but he still just faked and cancelled his reload that also led him to a successful clutch. It's hard to pay attention to all those small details in the heat of the moment, but if someone cancels their reload, it actually cuts the sound as well, so it's not complete. Here's how they sound. I already mentioned decoy grenade earlier, but you can potentially fake that you're having an eco round with decoys only. So decoy fakes the sound of your main weapon. For example, if you have an AK, decoy does AK sound, but if you would drop your main weapon for a second and only have Glock in your hands, when you would throw the decoy now, decoy would do the Glock sound. Why not to try to fool your enemy by throwing 5 Glock decoys, but then surprise your opponents with 5 AKs. Even if you don't win the round, you'll surely get the maximum style points from Gaben himself. Next up, fake smokes. Pretty self-explanatory. Be at one place, throw smoke to another place, and if enemy is stupid enough, they'll think you will be close to a smoke. Why I said you have to be kinda stupid is the fact that you can actually read the nades. The better your game sense, the better you can read them by landing, where the grenade was thrown from. For example, this smoke you can see here arriving is thrown from close to T-spawn. It was a run plus jump throw, and this smoke is thrown from closer B abs, casual left click throw. If you pay attention to smokes, you don't really need to be a genius to read those nades. Just think about that, see the bounces, and you can feel whether these are long distance nades or not. Super general. Alright, my next keyword says fake step. What I mean by that is stepping at certain places of the maps to make enemy feel you are slightly another place. For example, if you run here close to tree area on cache, 2-3 steps in direction of B and then go silent, it could sound exactly like someone goes up to heaven. And here on Nuke, when you jump down here and go plant to B from far away, it could sound like someone jumped down from heaven, plus is going for the A bomb site plant. Now the opposite of fake defusing, fake planting. Nothing really to add here, just keep in mind planting action takes a bit more than 3 seconds, always check the round timer that you have time for that, and at one point you can start with mind games. When enemy is close and they think you'll surely fake plant at the first attempt, then just go #YOLO mode plus stick with the plant. You could get the bomb down and be always remembered as a CSGO player who wasn't playing pussy CS. Next up, you can fake your weapon. If you have an extra weapon close to you, not only you can fake that you're out of bullets, but let's say you're playing an AWP and have a rifle next to you, you could shoot with AWP that maybe triggers enemy to push you, plus then quickly pick up a rifle that opponent most likely didn't expect. Why not shotgun to rifle or some other combos whenever you feel them and have resources to do so? Choice is yours. If you have weapon arsenal nearby to work with, you can also fake and execute. This is what Sen did in this 2 vs 3 situation here on Inferno B bomb site against Godsend. He approached Banana with AWP, did a little shooting, then he picked up AK, threw some nades and peeked out with AK. This made Coffin's defender to call out 2B, although one of the guys was out on A, and because of this fake they got A site for free, but it was 2v3 situation where this should never happen. 4567 IQ play that shows why fakes could be powerful when you execute them in the right place at the right time. Alright, I also wanted to mention fake peek. It's very simple stuff. When you know someone is holding a certain angle, especially with AWP, you can fake peek either with your shoulder or why not even with your weapon to bait out the shot and then wide swing. It's just an idea for you to work with. Enjoy! Next up, a pin pull fake. Every time you throw whatever grenade, you make this pin pull sound, but you can also fake it without throwing anything. Let's firstly have a look at this clip from Shox's POV. I found it from Reddit and everyone was kinda hyped because it seemed like he did the pin pull fake and because of that he managed to get through this deadly crossfire, but in reality it was just an epic timing. There was no pin pull sound cue for enemies because it's not that easy to execute it. In order to do that successfully yourself, you need to almost throw your grenade, but at the very last moment switch back to your weapon. This is how you can produce that sound and potentially fake your opponent. Now subscribe to the channel because I surely surprised you with something you didn't know before watching this video.